Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Let's get right to it so I don't waste any time. I was watching Steve Harvey. I was just watching Steve Harvey about an hour ago, and he had this lovely couple on who had been together 5 years. They were not married, but the woman wanted to be married. Did anybody see this episode with Paul and Teresa, the older black couple? Teresa was 50 years old. Paul, I don't know how old he was, but similar in age, maybe a little bit older. And they had been together 5 years, and she just poured out her heart to Steve Harvey, and she poured out her heart to Paul, saying that she does not want to be the perpetual girlfriend. She said that she did, he asked her to move in with him, so they lived together. They had a blended family. She has a son. He had a daughter and a son. Even the kids got along and loved what they had, what Paul and Teresa had. They just seem to have a great relationship, but Paul's very apprehensive about marrying Teresa, and Paul felt like I love her but I'm not ready, and he felt that Teresa was getting agitated and impatient with him, and which she was. And she poured out her heart to Steve, and she told Steve that she wants to be married. She said, I do everything for him. I clean the house, I do the laundry, I take care of the kids, I cook, and I do everything that a wife does, and I want the ring. She even said that she has a massage table at the foot of their bed, a real table where she Paul massages as needed, to take away the stress of his day. And y'all, Steve is just sitting here looking at her, and y'all, I can just imagine what Steve is saying. Anybody who has watched Steve Harvey and you read his books, I read his books, I watch his show, I've seen interviews of him talk about relationship, and if anybody's seen Steve Harvey, you know that he can make some faces, right? And you can basically tell what this man is thinking. And I can imagine Steve is listening to her saying, Teresa, like he just wants to shake her and say, Teresa, you are going about it all wrong. Now I know this is a cliche that a lot of people don't like, but I feel like Steve was looking at her like saying, why should Paul buy the cow when he's got the milk free? And that's not to say, calling Teresa a cow. She was a very lovely lady, but that's a very good cliche. Even more directly, even better saying is, why buy the wifey? Why buy the wife, rather? Why buy the wife when the wifey is free? And that's where so many of us have gone wrong, or so many of us are still going wrong, is that we are doing wife things, but we are still the wifey. We have the wifey title, but we are acting like the wife. What's wifey? You're good girlfriend material, but you just haven't quite made the grade to wife. And what is the hesitation of you becoming the wife? Well, I don't know. I'm sure that varies with different men. But I pretty much can say that one of the main reasons is, as the wifey, you're doing everything that a wife would do. So why should he want to make that commitment? Why should he want to get married? Paul said it best. I like things just the way they are. And that's a lot of men. If that's what we accept, ladies, men would like things just the way they are. You take care of the house, you take care of the kids, you cook, you take care of him. But in turn, I'm not ready yet to give you the commitment that you desire. And it just seems like no matter how much the experts say this, the Steve Harveys, the Tony Gaskins, other experts, So Blessed One, no matter how much I say it, no matter how much you hear the experts say it, we still just don't get it, ladies. And I know why we don't get it. I understand. Part of me. Part of me understand, and part of me don't. Because part of me understands that, number one, we're listening to our heart. Our heart says, I love him, but I love him, which is what Teresa was saying. I love him so much. You just don't understand how much I love him. And then our head says, if I do this for him, and if I do that for him, and if I cook for him, and if I clean for him, and if I do all kinds of tricks in the bed for him, and if I give him my everything, and I just give him my all, then he will see that I'm just more than wifey material, but I'm wife material. But no, ladies, we got it all wrong. We got it all wrong. We got it all wrong. Because you do not have to accept just being wifey. You, after a certain amount of time of dating, and everything seems to be going well, and he professes his love to you, and you profess your love to him, and you desire to move to the next step, which is a committed married relationship, then it's okay to put that out there and let it be known to him that this is your expectation, and you should give it a certain amount of time. I would not even nag, because me personally, I don't want to marry a man that I have to nag, that I have to beg, that I have to cry, that I have to plead. I do not want to marry a man and that's how I get a ring, is because I've nagged, I've cried, and men are suckers for our tears. Y'all, men are suckers for our tears. So if we cry enough and nag enough, and we might get a ring. He might put a ring on it. But I don't want a ring like that. Some of y'all say, shoot, I don't care, honey. I don't care how I get the ring. I don't care if I got to nag, cry, plead, beg, do some tricks. I don't care how I get the ring. Well, that's your business. But me, I don't want a ring like that. I would never have wanted a ring like that. I wouldn't want to be with my husband right now if that's how I had to get the ring. But you don't have to do all those things. You don't even have to give them a date. You don't even have to say, well, by, or I mean, you can, if you dating someone and it's say June, and you tell them by January 1st of 2014, if I don't have a ring, an engagement, and a date, then I'm moving on. And I would not even say anything else about it. I wouldn't say that much, but okay, I'm giving you that much if you feel the need to say that. But put that date out there and leave it. Don't ever even mention that date again. I don't care if it's November, December, and you said January is just right around the corner, and you're like, January is just around the corner. Don't forget, I'm leaving. No. If you are the woman that he desires to be with for the rest of his life, he knows it. He knows it. Okay, I know they have some apprehension, and I know they have some worries, and I understand that, you can get nervous about this thing or whatever, but to me, a man or woman, if they've been with you long enough and they're professing their love to you and you professing their love and you all have a good relationship, but he is don't want to put that ring, he's thinking that there's possibility of something better. He's looking for something better. He's looking for another alternative, and that's just my belief. And you don't have to nag a man to marry you. You put it out there that that's your desire, and you let it take its course. And if he does not step up to the plate, then we have to find the strength, ladies. I know it's easier said than done, because I love him so blessed. You just don't know. You just don't know how I love him. You just don't know that six-pack that he got. You don't know how he laid the pipes. So blessed. You just don't know. There is nobody. There is no Adonis. There is no six-pack. There is no charm. There is no nothing out there that can get me to lay down my dignity and accept something that I perceive to be unacceptable. There is nothing out there. There's no amount of money. There are no amount of good looks. There's no amount of sexual attraction. There is just nothing out there that's going to make me decide that, okay, my dignity and what I want is second to what you want. And you don't find me worthy enough to marry. So I'll just lay all that aside because you look good. I'll lay all that aside because you pay the bills. I'll lay all that aside because I don't want anybody else to have you. No, we gotta find some strength from somewhere. I don't know where where you can find it from, but you got to find strength from somewhere to be able to say, I deserve better. I deserve to get the things that I desire. I deserve a good marriage and a man who wants me and want to be married to me, and not someone that I had to beg to marry me. So, you guys, there are so many times the way we think as women is so opposite from what men think. And if a lot of times, if you think one way and you say, let me stop thinking like a lady. I mean, I know it's just so cliche, Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And I know a lot of people have problems with that title, and the whole concept of the book. I don't want to, I've heard people say, I want to act like a lady and think like a lady, or God didn't make me to think like a man. And, I understand all of that. But sometimes, ladies, we got to get out of just thinking just the way we think, and we got to think, okay, let me think like a man. Because when you do that, when you think like a man, then you're just not going by pure emotions. You're not just going, and a lot of times we think that we're gonna lose if we make an ultimatum, or if we set standards, or we express our expectation, that we're going to lose a man. No, for the most part, you're not going to lose him. Not if he loves you, not if he wants you. You're not going to lose him. But if by some very small percentage of a chance that you do lose him, you should lose him, because you should get what you want and what you desire and what you deserve, because you are valuable, you are worthy, and God wants the best for you. And he doesn't want you begging for the best. He doesn't want you longing for the best. He doesn't want you crying and nagging for the best. So I don't know, I might get a lot of disagreements or a lot of thumbs down on this video, but I know I'll get a few thumbs up also. The thumbs down, they don't faze me. Really, I just laugh, because I really believe that I can turn on this camera and say, Jesus wept, or Jesus love you, and I'll get some thumbs down. So go get your life. All right, love y'all. Y'all be blessed.